This Thanksgiving week, HBH, Sabaro Pizza, One Star Road Tripping, Cardinal Sad Boy Clubs, and we talk Cigar City and USF with one of the best linebackers to ever do it, Derrick Brooks.
It's a Bay Area episode, DK. I'm talking about Tampa. It's a Tampa episode. Homage.com, our partner, has you covered for all the Tampa merch. Go grab a Derrick Brooks NFL Jam soft tee. Grab a Creamsicle Buccaneers hoodie, the classics, or a Baker Mayfield signature shirt. Go to homage.com to check it all out, and make sure you click the link in our show notes to purchase gear to help support your favorite podcast, One Star Recruits.
Hello, everybody. This is Derrick Brooks, COO of USF Athletics, and I'm on with One Star Recruits. Go Bulls.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast, checking in at 186 on this Thanksgiving week. The best week. It's the best week for multiple sports leagues, food, family, and fun all get packed together. And really, you celebrate just being an American. It's the 4th of July of the winter, some would say, Rip. And the football gods have double blessed us with some awesome games. We got a Black Friday game. Rip, we got 3 games on Thanksgiving Day, not to mention the Maui Invitational. Mark that. I want to talk about it. Winston, don't let me forget. On top of that, we have it's the sports season. What did I just miss that you're excited about this weekend?
I mean, the leaves changing colors. Get outside, DK. What, you're going to stay inside, just eat and watch football? Is that what life's about right now?
Yes. I have DK Jr. is 4 months. It is 33 degrees out, and I just told you the lineup. I'm not going to work through game to game, but I see tons of good matchups coming my way. I'm going to do as much chilling, watching sports, and eating as I possibly can. It's just a great holiday. This is probably my favorite holiday for the reasons that I mentioned. Everything lines up really nicely. It's just a genre of things that I like. It just is what it is. Those are all the things that I like. Really, food and sports at the top of that list. I'm a simple man, Rip. A simple ass man. I'm not going to do the lame old tea giving gimmicks on the One Star Recruits pod. We're not going to do that. Nobody cares what Rip wants to rank his sides. Nobody cares. First things first, I mean, I am a little upset. Like our guy Juwan Jennings, I feel like I took a punch to the nads this morning when I threw out the very rare opportunity to you, my friend of 30 years, to do a one-star road trip from the studio here in Portland. I need to head down for the holidays to Oakland, one of my hometown cities, down to the other Bay Area. I need to do a road trip. I need to take my dogs down. It's about 9 hours. Head out from the road city. I said, Rip, we leave the Rose City, beautiful drive, head down through Eugene, Medford, continue on through the Shasta mountain range. Listeners, I don't know if that's dangerous or not. I don't even know if I need chains. Let me know if I do. That's one of the reasons I don't want to do the drive. Nevertheless, Weed, California, Sacramento, California, great places, all one-star towns. We can visit one-stars along the way. I asked Rip this morning. It was the quickest no I've ever heard, bro. And I felt disrespected the rest of the day. Have we aged out of one-star road trips and city recaps how we used to do it?
20 years ago, it would have been an instant yes. I look forward to challenges like driving through the Shasta Pass with no chains and no four-wheel drive, just winging it, DK, risking our lives together. All we have is our friendship and a Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm in, man. But hey, 20 years ago would have been a certain yes. But right now, man, my wife would be proud. You're asking me to leave the house, leave the wife and the 2 kids over Christmas to do a drive in the middle of nowhere, a treacherous drive to transport your 2 beautiful little dogs. I can't do it. I got a life insurance policy. Not all of us can be retired and stay at home dads. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
It's the one-star adventure that's calling, Rip. Bring your kids. Bring them on up. We'll get a Dutch Brothers. We'll all get Dutch Brothers in Medford. It'll be a party, I'm telling you. Bring back the one-star road trip, Rip. Don't let the one-star road trip die at Neyland Stadium in Tennessee. Let's keep it going. Just think about it. It was too fast of a no. You didn't even have a let me check with my wife moment, okay? 30 years is too long for at least not to think about it.
You didn't tell me. Are we passing the stadium? I don't forget the Trop. We urinated in the parking lot, or actually on the stadium at the Trop. I mean, look, hey, look.
That's true. Easy with a big Tampa Bay episode, though. That should stay out of this. We won't be allowed back into Evan Longoria's bar down there if this is mentioned. Yeah, Tampa Bay episode, the other Bay. We're gonna just cross this country back to the other Bay. We have Derrick Brooks coming up next. He'll be joining us here shortly. I do want to hop on this college football topic while we're here, right before we get to the interview, just so we can have it on tape. I don't think I have it on tape with you yet, Rip. And more times than not, one stars actually get this type of stuff right. So you got a mic in front of you, like all the other dummies in the world, Rip. Our guy Lane Kiffin, he's at the center of this coaching saga. It's really coming down now to Ole Miss, where he's at, LSU, and Florida. It seems like LSU and Florida are being pretty aggressive. Otherwise, you might as well stay at Ole Miss. We're talking like $90 million of money being offered. Not to mention a good thing going at Ole Miss. So we have the Egg Bowl coming up, Rip. We got a lucrative deal flying from Ole Miss, plus just rumors. And it's to the point where I don't know anymore. I don't even care, but I don't know. But I want to get it on tape. Tape for me, he stays. They never stay. There you go. The saga of this story is they never stay. And we'll talk about it a little bit with Derrick Brooks and his coach, because these coaches continue on to the bigger and better jobs. And LSU and Florida are bigger jobs than Ole Miss. However, you got a good thing going, man. Real good thing going. Pressure is kind of chill. I think he stays put, surprises people, stays put, and enjoys the ride of what he built there with a little bit less pressure. The guy's doing yoga 3 days a week there, Rip. He's happy.
I'm gonna put into an F Mary kill situation. I agree with you. Look, kill LSU. LSU, I think, is out. They're the kill in this situation. It's down to Florida and Ole Miss. I think Florida you have to F with. So Florida's the F. Number one, because it's a hotbed for recruiting. The state, probably the best college football talent, high school football talent in the country. Number two, the tax situation. I don't know what the tax situation is in Mississippi, but when you're making over $10 million a year, you got to consider the state tax. I know Florida's really friendly with that.
Good point.
But I think you marry Ole Miss, number one, because you're in a good situation down there. You're winning. You turn the program around. You got your hot commodity. You got all the recruits coming. You got the NIL resources. And our guy Keith Carter, DK, who was on this podcast last year, the AD down in Ole Miss, I think is going to do the work. You saw he's going to announce after the Egg Bowl what's happening with Lane Kiffin. So I think our guy Keith Carter is one of the top ADs in the country. I think he's going to find a way to keep him down there.
Nice tie-in. Yeah, Keith is a really smart guy. It's fun there. It's a fun situation, and I think he won't. Once again, let me reiterate, listeners, he won't. Nobody sticks around anymore. It's just how the cookie usually crumbles there, but it is what it is. Rip, if you get invited to a Thanksgiving potluck in the Bay Area of Tampa Bay, let's just say you get invited. Say one of these years you get invited to Cigar City, to the Big Guava, and there's the three legends are there at Thanksgiving. Dick Vitale, former one-star guest, John Gruden, and then our guy Derrick Brooks. What outfit are you throwing on? What outfit are you wearing to that? And what savory and sweet dish are you bringing to these gentlemen?
No question, I'm wearing the creamsicle Buccaneers hoodie from homage.com. You can't go wrong. Gruden and Derrick Brooks will love it. Dickie V, I know, is a Bucks fan. He'll love it too. And for food, man, sweet and savory, I'm ordering from Ducky's, man. I'm ordering from Ducky's Tampa, Evan Longoria's restaurant down there. Our guy Evan Longoria.
Nice callback. You heard me say that, tied it together. Well done, Ducky's. Yeah, good.
Legendary
good.
Ray, man. I'm grabbing some. I'm going unorthodox. I'm grabbing some pizza from Ducky's. I'm bringing it to the table. Dickie V loves Italian, and then as an appetizer, I'm going with the tuna nachos. DK, tuna nachos from Ducky's.
Now you lost me. I'm going to probably do a quarter zip and some khakis. I'll probably do just a real clean Tampa Bay Lightning hat, the black one. Just a nice, because I got to rock a hat because I have the full bald spot going now. And Guava City. So I'm going to bring a guava pie, a guava cream pie, actually, represent the city of Tampa. And I'm going to go ahead and bring an HBH with me. And HBH, you got to stay tuned for Rex of the Week to understand what HBH is. But I'm going to bring an HBH with me and a guava pie. It'll be a hell of a Thanksgiving with those legends, Rip. Bunch of good energy down there in Tampa Bay. Got a piece of the trifecta. Derrick Brooks, great interview. NFL legend, COO of the University of South Florida, the sheriff, Derrick Brooks. Enjoy.
Now joining the One Star Recruits podcast, we have a husband, a father, a native of Pensacola, Florida, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, and currently the Chief Operating Officer for the University of South Florida Athletics Department. If Mr. Pitbull is Mr. Worldwide, we got Mr. South Florida today. Derrick Brooks is on with the One Star Recruits. Thanks for hopping on, Derrick.
Thank you. Appreciate the introduction. Thank you very much. Man, I don't know what to say to that except, hey, man of God first.
Man of
But
God, and we got you on Thanksgiving week, so I want to talk. Your mom passed on to you a heart for
yes.
service, for helping others. You've been doing it for so long. What's one way? DK and I are parents of young kids. What's one way that people like us can help instill that in our own kids as we enter this season where so many people are in need right now?
Well, I will simply say to both you gentlemen is to involve your kids. They're never too young to see you guys doing good. And that was one thing that I was blessed with all four of my kids. Anytime that we did something to help others through my foundation and to the community, they were a part of it. Whether, they were running around, playing, helping out, whatever it is, that's what they were able to see. And now that they're all young adults and adults, you see them doing it themselves and talking about at times when they get together how we did these things when they were young. So I would encourage you to have your kids around, let them see what doing good is and making a difference in the life of others. And I always say this to everybody as well: doing good doesn't have a shelf life. All you need is a giving heart and willing to give of your time, and you can make a difference and change someone's life, even if it's your own. So that's what be my PSA in terms of getting getting you guys on the path of doing great things, but involve your kids. And as I said before, doing good doesn't have a shelf life.
Put it on a t-shirt, DB. Really? It's good, man. It's good for the holiday season. You cooking Thanksgiving at your house?
No, I'm staying out of the way. My job is to either purchase the groceries or go get them through a list. But going in and getting involved, I know my role.
You're
It's just,
involved. Yeah, you're
no,
involved
well,
at least.
it's just like this. When I played linebacker, I didn't worry about calling plays at the quarterback position. That wasn't my job.
That's true.
Well, we got a head coach, coordinator, GM, and my wife who does all that. She gives me my role, and that's the role I'm going to play. I'm going to be the best at staying out of the way.
Do your job like Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Derrick, you're a pillar. You're a pillar. Your team, Tampa Bay,
Yes.
from the Bucks, the Lightning, and now we see from afar at South Florida what feels to us like a sleeping giant. You're working with all sports right now, but an
Yes.
emphasis on basketball and football. For people who don't know, the COO role is
Mm-hmm.
it's a fairly new role
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
athletics department. What's the best description you can give people of the day to day? And then where do you think of USF athletics 5 to 10 years from now? What milestones are you going to hit for this gig to be successful?
Well, what I've learned in my short period of time is COO means as duty calls because the landscape changes every single day in collegiate sports and being part of the university system. So, yes, we have a fancy job title, where I'm part of the strategic planning when it comes to operations. I'm part of the financial planning when it comes to our budget, the economic growth of our department and university and all those fancy things. But at the end of the day, it's about being part of a team that's going to be nimble, that's going to be strategic, and going to be proactive in making sure our university stays on the cuffs of being a university talked about when it comes to expansion and dominance. So as we keep our short eye on the prize of dominating the American Conference, we're not going to be naive to measure ourselves up against, the P4 schools because, it's no secret. The landscape is changing. And we want to be a part of that change, whether it's on the academic and research side with what we're doing as a university as a whole, married to what we're doing on the athletic side, whether it's building a stadium, being competitive in all of our sports, winning championships. We want to be a part of that combination of doing it. So, again, my role as CEO, COO is to get us prepared for all those conversations. And then, as I think about the homegrown stuff, continue to make USF a strategic pillar in the Bay Area, whether we're talking about the economic impact from employment to all these students coming here. How can we create jobs to make them stay here in the area and be USF homegrown? How can we attract alumni back here in the Bay Area in terms of running businesses and executives? So I look at it as a holistic approach from a community standpoint, but I want to be a part of that because that's what I've been a part of since I've been here since 1995.
Yeah, yeah, you're the man down there. Great answer. That's a great answer. I think that's going to come up more as we see these jobs within athletics departments become more common. So thank you for really setting pace for this gig, and I think you're on the right track. It sounds really perfect for me. Let's talk some football quickly here. You're known for that the most here. You have a wonderful coach. Alex
Mm-hmm.
Galesh has been great. He's in his third season.
Yes.
He's had some wins. I might miss a couple here, but I think Florida, North Texas, I believe Boise State. We hear a lot about the coaching carousel, especially this time of
Yes.
year for leaving the bigger schools. What does USF need to do to keep a guy like Coach Golesh there for a long time?
We're doing all that we can, in positioning ourselves with resources, access, growth plans, and alignment with him in his vision. It's no secret that other teams are wanting to talk to him, have talked to him, etc. But we're not being intimidated by those conversations because we feel that the best job in America for Coach Alex Golish is the head coach of the University of South Florida. And that's the approach that we're taking. So we're not concerning ourselves about anyone else. We're just making sure that everything's done in our house to make sure we do everything we can to keep it.
Another pillar in that community is on Team Tampa is John Gruden. We know he's not coaching right now. Not that he'll be coaching, but do you see in the future Coach Gruden being a part of USF football at any level, head coach or potentially something in your department?
Well, as my relationship with Coach Gruden, as long as I'm here, he knows he's a part of me. So I lean on Coach Gruden just from the football based knowledge things that he has access to and the people that come to talk to him on a daily basis. So yes, I am a visitor of
Yeah,
FFCA.
yeah.
that's
I,
uh, that's right up the street from our university. But me personally, man, I just see Coach in a very comfortable space that he's in right now. He get a chance, man, to influence football from the outside in, and he's enjoying, what he's doing. In his, and I'm not going to say he's retired, but he's enjoying what he's doing right now. And far as him being involved on, a actual working basis, who knows what that looks like? I don't see it, but as long as I'm there, I definitely lean on Coach Gruden quite a bit, to provide information and insights to me.
yeah, he's doing a great job at Barstool. You never know. A guy like that is always looking to get back into football one way or another, and he's just on the Mount Rushmore. It's you, Derrick Brush. We got
Yes.
our guy Dickie V, Dick Vitale, and John
Yes.
Gruden. So put them together, some magic will happen. You never know.
Uh, hey man, you throwing me in the same sentence as Dickie V, man. I don't know, man. Hey, listen, I don't know if I'm worthy of that, but yes, Coach V is definitely royalty in the Bay Area. Coach Vitale, I mean, when you think about, just give me 2 minutes here to just brag on him.
Hit it.
When you think about his mission to help young people overcome cancer, and then he goes through this himself on this journey, and to see the resolve. I know a lot of people outside looking in are not seeing it from the inside out like we do here, but man, his strength, man, his energy, you can't help but gravitate to it. And that's the contagious attitude that I want to have, when I'm influencing people at his age. He has a contagious attitude that I believe everybody should gravitate to in the most positive way. And I'm just blessed that I've been able to be around him for the last 20 years to see it up close and personal.
Well said. And he's a former guest on this podcast, a friend of ours as well. And enjoy. He's probably downtown Tampa Bay at his favorite Italian restaurant right now, having a good time. A great human being and great lessons to live by. We do a little game on this podcast. You're from Pensacola, Florida. The game is
Yes.
called How Pensacola Are You? Sometimes this is successful, Derrick. Sometimes it's a terrible segment. I'm going to try, though. You ready?
I'm ready.
You've been in Tampa for 20 years now. Still involved, but your hometown is Pensacola. You host a golf tournament there every year. You're there. You know what's going on. The Pensacola Naval Air Station. It's home to the Blue Angels, listeners.
Yes.
Derrick, are there more or less than 10 jets in the Blue Angels fleet?
Oh, it's less when it comes to showtime, but it's more when they're practicing.
I think that's right. There's 11 total, but I think they only do 8 when they're running 4 to 8. That is very deep cut right there. Well done. The Cordova Mall. It's the largest mall in the Gulf Coast. It opened in the early 1970s, 2 years before you were even born. Black Friday's coming up. What was your favorite place at Cordova Mall to both eat and shop?
Well, to eat, it was God, it was a pizza place in food court.
Sbarro.
Oh, yeah, you go. That's right. With the green, white, and red.
Yeah.
Yes. It was that place to eat, and then it was back then. It was called It's still called Great American Cookies. So man, and I must admit, God has forgiven me. But when that lady used to turn her head, boy, we used to swipe them cookies. So that was my favorite place to swipe a few chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, fresh out of the oven. And actually, Rec of the Week idea, the cookie cakes for birthdays are a top tier birthday. They do the big cookies. They're just very good.
Oh yes, man. When we had this whole skit down. One of our friends would go fall. The lady will be tending to him. Hey, you okay? Yada yada yada. Man, we didn't reach behind that. We didn't swipe about a dozen. Anyway, God has forgiven me, people. God has
forgiven you. You went and paid for pizza and paid for an orange Julius.
Right.
There's a long list. There's a long list in Pensacola. For the listeners who don't know about the long history of footballers from Pensacola, ballers in general from Pensacola, there's been a lot of elite athletes.
Yes.
Can you educate the one stars by just naming 5 of the legendary athletes that come to your head? I have a list right here of 7. Hit me with 5 of them that come to your head.
Major League Baseball, Don Sutton. Boxing, Roy Jones.
Yep.
Emmitt Smith.
Yes, sir.
Gotta pay homage.
Escambia.
Emmitt Smith, Escambia High School. Then I very humbly named myself. Another baseball player, people might know, Mark Whitten from Pensacola as well. Mark Whitten and Greg Linton, baseball player from Pensacola. Now we're talking golf. We're talking Jerry Pate. Yes, Jerry Pate won U.S. Open winner, golfer from there. Boo Weekley, Bubba Watson.
Yes.
When we're talking golf.
You're more than 5. You're more than 5. Just so we're not sleeping on Josh Donaldson, Fred Robbins, Trent Richardson, Justin Gatlin.
Yes, Josh Sitton, Justin Gatlin. I mean, I was going to take it by sport. Michelle Snow, WNBA. Like, I was going to take it by sport. But
we would be here all day. You have season tickets to sell and a brand new facility to launch. What's your favorite thing about the brand new building? It's going to seat 3,500. I know it's got a bar up top, some cool stuff. The video was amazing. What's your favorite thing you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to it opening on time in 2020.
Like a COO, like a true COO.
That's the first thing. But I really want to see how the Bay Area takes on the personality of the stadium and what that match looks like. We have, in my opinion, the most valuable asset when we're talking sports in Florida right now. We're the only school, pro college, that's building a stadium from ground up right now. We are it. So how do we take this asset and give it personality with our students? What are going to be the traditions, that this campus, that these students, that these players, that these alumni come up with that's South Florida born? I get an opportunity to be a part of that. So I'm excited about that, just to, be a fly on the wall and obviously just pay homage and respect to the great Leroy Selman, fellow Hall of Famer, fellow Buck. When you talk Mr. Tampa, it starts with the late great Leroy Selman, and I just want to carry on his spirit to the best possibility that I can.
Get your tickets. Sign up early for those season tickets before they drop. Go get a tour, a virtual tour of that building, listeners. It's going to be a good time out there.
Oh, and I definitely got to give one final Pensacola shout out. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos, the AA affiliate for the Florida Marlins. So I definitely got to give Blue Wahoos Nation a shout out, or I won't be welcome back to Pensacola this week for Thanksgiving.
One of the best jerseys in all of sports, the Wahoos down there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hey, we know you're a part owner, so you're doing your job over there. Listeners, you can go follow Derrick. It's at dbrooks55 on Twitter. You can find him on Cameo, I believe. Get those Cameo videos ready for Thanksgiving. Every day on campus now at USF. Hey, Derrick, it means a lot to us to come on the podcast. Keep being an inspiration and helping others out there. Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you again for coming on with the One Stars, man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate your patience. I look forward to our next engagement.
Special thanks to Buccaneers legend number 55, DK Derrick Brooks. Remember watching him in so many important games growing up, Super Bowl champ, now the COO at USF. Great interview, DK. And we had that thing, listeners, a little peek behind the scenes. We had that thing at 7:30 a.m. West Coast. I believe right after that interview, if I'm not mistaken, you called him the sheriff, DK. One of his, man wears a lot of hats. One of those is the appeals officer for the NFL, along with, I think, Jordy Nelson and one other. But the guy from the Panthers that you mentioned at the top of the show punched Juwan Jennings in the nuts on Monday Night Football.
Yep.
He got suspended for a game. He appealed it immediately. So probably right after our interview, Derrick Brooks was slow motioning that clip of Juwan getting punched in the nuts and trying to figure out a reason to reinstate the guy from the Panthers. I think it's an open and shut case. We'll see what happens. But one of Derrick's jobs, amongst many others, is an appeals officer for the NFL. So good dude. Happy Thanksgiving to Derrick Brooks. And I like that.
Interesting. That crazy that he's there doing that with Jordy Nelson, former wide receiver for the Packers on that thing. What is this? Can we get you on that, Rip? That is, you would fit right in. What's the verdict for you? So you're on that. Is it a suspension lifted or suspension locked in, hitting in the nuts?
I mean, it was a hard punch to the nuts, and we should have asked DB during the interview. I don't even know, but sometimes, I mean, the NFL players wear all this equipment, all these pads. Do they wear like cups or anything? Because it looks.
I don't think wideouts wear cups.
I mean, it looked like a punch to the nuts that could severely injure and maybe even prevent the guy from having kids. It was a direct shot. The guy should sit out at least a game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't think wide receivers. I could be wrong. I don't think wide receivers wear cups. Definitely interior linemen, anybody doing big hits, running backs all cupped up. Quarterback and wide receiver, I'm going to go 90%. Winston, can you get on that for me? Cup
How's
knowledge.
that possible? One-star idea, guardian cap for your nuts, DK. What do you think? Player safety, man. Guardian caps for your heads. They look silly, but they're effective. How about a guardian cap for the nuts? How can you let your nuts just out with no covering?
It's like a big camel toe, just trying to ball. Just like a big old camel toe, like a baby diaper sitting there. One star as hell, man. DB Derek Briscoe, man. I mean, Raiders fans hate him. The biggest interception ever for Derrick Brooks was in that Super Bowl when the Buccaneers had their first ever 41-21 lead in that game, and Brooks just put the wraps on the Raiders. Our guy trained in Arizona just hates that memory. Bring it back up. Tampa Bay. Rip, you and I were there. We were there for this Steelers-Cardinals Super Bowl in Tampa. Just a rich football city. Great legacy. It has a lot. Derrick Brooks was a big part of that, past and present. Just a central figure in Tampa Bay, spending really his entire career there. Actually, his entire career period there, with a couple other icons, and it was a special place to watch ball. I'm glad we got to check out a Super Bowl there. It makes sense. It's just a good memory in my mind. It's a meaningful bridge for any fan of football to make a touchdown in Tampa Bay. pay some respects to those Buccaneers teams that were led by this guy DB.
Yeah, and now doing his thing at South Florida. We talked a little bit about the new stadium coming. It's an exciting time down there, and with these new GM, COO roles, I think he's the right fit for that job. And I wouldn't be surprised to see South Florida as a perennial top 25 team going forward in football.
Lots of stuff in Florida. UCF there in Orlando is pretty good too. Big football town. Did our guy Olivier Rue get into a game yet? Florida, 7'9" center.
He hit a free throw.
He got a point. Okay, he's in it. He's locked in. But no buckets, just free throw.
He attempted a bucket, looked very bad, very odd attempting the bucket, but
no.
got fouled. He missed it, but got fouled, and I think he hit one of two. So, hey, you got to start somewhere. It's only uphill from here. So I think our guy is probably going to get a real bucket pretty soon.
Yeah, such a lovable one-star. Olivier Rioux. College, what else did I want to hit on while I was here? Oh, my favorite tournament, 2025 Maui Invitationals tipped off. This reminders the basketball tournament in Lahaina, Maui. A one-star all-time event. My condo is about half a mile away from the Lahaina Civic Center. Last time I was there was 2022 Rip, I believe, pre-fire. But it's back, and I was watching it, and it just is great. It's a great tournament. I wanted to remind listeners, remind you, Rip, turn that thing on. The epic court with the print, just a great place to watch ball. One of the most beautiful travel spots in the world to combine basketball with. It's like the Thanksgiving of travel. You get to combine sports and beauty and travel all in one there. So this year, check it out. You got NC State. Probably that's the only ranked team, probably the most impressive team going to Maui this year. Our Arizona State Sun Devils are out playing. Texas looks pretty good early. Chaminade, you got, I think Washington State's there. Boise State might be there. Seton Hall. So some fun teams. Get down there. If you've never been, just put it on your travel list or give it a Google right now. It's the little Lahaina Civic Center gets packed every single day. It's just this tropical paradise vibes, and it's so nice. And then you go hit the sun and the beaches and sunsets and all that stuff that I love and miss about Maui. So peep it, Rip. I know you're excited, Rip. Who are you excited about? Mo Odom, Darian Williams. Who are you excited about?
I mean, it's on my calendar right now. After this podcast, 5 p.m. California time, I'm turning on Arizona State, Washington State. It's an old Pac-10 battle down in Maui. I'm excited for it.
Got the old Pac-10. We're gonna watch some Masamba Diop, Rip. Masamba Diop. Get ready. Rest in peace, Rodney Rogers, great Phoenix Sun member, by the way. Unfortunate death, sixth man of the year. Any Rodney memories?
Just those years with the Suns. I mean, such a big guy for his position. I think he was 6'7", but he was a power forward. But my memory of him is a great 3-point shooter. He could bang down low, but also in a time really before all this 3-point craziness, he was a big man hitting threes.
He was. He kind of had that Karl Anthony Towns shot, that dinosaur quick shot, definitely from the top of the key that he could hit. Yeah, just great son, good community guy. Remember, great dude. Put him on the jersey list. Rest in peace, big dog. Maui Invitational. That's what I got for hoops. That's what I got. Rip, am I missing anything in hoops before I go into NFL real quickly? It's sad for our Cardinals. I have a whole thing. I'm ready for Sad Boy Club announcement.
There's been a lot of talk this week about that with listeners. That some it's very polarizing. Some want to never hear the word Cardinals again on this podcast, and some want it every week. So I think we decided this week, DK, between each other and a couple of our listeners, that we're gonna until the Cardinals win, Sad Boys Club lives on. So
okay, yeah,
3, 2, 1.
That's go. What we'll do. We'll keep it going until we get a dub. It might be a long time. I'll wrap real fast. First, I just want to do some fantasy stuff because it was a huge fantasy weekend. This is week 12. This is when the worst players in the league have stopped caring. They've stopped checking as much on their squads. They stopped working any wires. The middle is really hard. Those are your GMs right now. Anybody in the middle of the pack, they're still making texts, phone calls, trying to figure out some wire stuff, stressing over late season buys. That's the stress genre. Most of us find ourselves probably in that middle zone. And then the top seeds just chilling, settling in, deciding which one of their top two defenses to start, feeling really good. We're there. We've hit that point. So fantasy-wise for week 12, there were some big implications. I'm sorry if you played Jahmyr Gibbs. He had 66.7 points in one of my leagues, Rip. I mean, should you start capping? Maybe we should cap at 50 burger, or like Derrick Brooks, double nickel, 55.
I don't think so. I mean, that's the beauty of fantasy football. I saw an Instagram reel not too long ago that if fantasy football was alive and well when Jerry Rice was playing, he had a game where he scored 65. So shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs. If anything, I think we got to cap some of these categories that get scored, like long touchdown runs and a full point for receptions and that kind of nonsense. But I like the high scores, man. It's nice to see.
And if you get money for high scores too, this type of game can sway you into the difference. But he looked really good. That 69-yard run in overtime was superstar level run, and you should get the fantasy points for that. The 12th best performance by a running back in NFL history, by the way, that Jahmyr Gibbs game. So great game. Who else stood out to me? Jackson Smith and Jigba, Seattle. Another, I think he had almost 40 points, 8 of 10 targets for 170. The guy's a machine. The guy is the best route runner behind Devontae Adams, who's doing really great things with the Rams right now. That guy's a touchdown machine inside of the red zone. But if you got Smith and Jigba on your roster, if you're putting up 40 points, you're just at the wide receiver position, you're going to be in really good shape. So give yourself a pat on the back. If you picked up Emmanuel Wilson to Green Bay, if you woke up early enough to see Jacobs wasn't going to play, enjoy your 30 points. Rip, what do you think? Is Jacobs going to come back, or is this going to turn into a two-headed beast there? If you have Jacobs, are you comfortable throwing him back in your starting lineup next week?
You can't bench a guy like that. I think the whole plan all along was because they play on Thanksgiving. They were going to sit him Sunday. He'll be back in action Thursday, and they got a win out of it. So the plan worked. He'll be back in there, man. Probably scoring 2 touchdowns and rushing 17 times for 75 yards again.
Wilson looks good. Wilson looks good though. He's going to be a good back. He might find some more touches next week. Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, he came out crazy for the Giants. Giants defense can't figure out how to get a win. Fired their defensive coordinator, but Wan'Dale Robinson, 156 yards and a touchdown. Wonderful, wonderful day. Hunter Henry. A lot of people hung him in the rafters. If you start a Hunter Henry, 7 for 115 at tight end, wonderful. And then my favorite guy was back last week. You know what? There should be a rule, Rip, that Jameis Winston should get 1 start a week, even if he has to go play for different teams. He had a great game. He passed for a bunch of throws that were longer than 30 yards, and he caught a damn touchdown. This man caught a touchdown and had a great celebration. He's so damn fun to watch. I would love him on the Cardinals right now over the Sad Boys Club presidents and current members going on. Jameis Winston, just a wonderful football being. I don't know how to get more of him. Like I said, he should be like fantasy. The highest bidder in the NFL should just get him for the week, and he just floats around.
And great for social media clips too, man. The pregame speeches, the press conferences. They need to keep him going. I think maybe you should start him over Jackson Dart the rest of the year. Who knows?
Probably. I want to do one quick caveat here for a member of one of my fantasy football leagues, Aspelud. He's been brought up a couple times here. The Week 12 fantasy football dilemma with him involved J.J. McCarthy, Tyler Shaw. How do I say it, Rip? Shug?
I think it's Shuck.
Tyler Shuck, Shadir Sanders, or Joe Flacco. So I had J.J. McCarthy in when the week started. The text message started flying. Trade me for Joe Flacco. J.J. McCarthy's a bum. You might as well start Shadir Sanders. And I saw Shuck sitting there. Against the Falcons. And I said, maybe this could be the week. McCarthy, I knew I had to get him out of here. I have Justin Jefferson. So my thoughts were maybe I could say a prayer and some magic could happen. But I knew better. I had to get him out of there. I put in Tyler Shuck. Turns out I made the right decision, but it was the right decision amongst a pile of shit burgers, pretty much. J.J. McCarthy was so bad. His passes were so cringeworthy. Couldn't even be watched. I'm sorry, Vikings fan. That's a huge mistake. You guys are going to be set back 3 years because of that. Tyler Shuck came into this week just with some optimism. He seemed competent, Rip, but then like 2 turnovers within the 5-yard line. Stay the fuck away from the Saints. Just stay away from the Saints. Shadir Sanders had a couple decent plays. Fun to watch, fine, but no real fantasy numbers to speak of. And our guy Joe Flacco, I think he fizzed out with 10 points. We have Burrow coming up. The Flacco Jean era is over. All for naught, ass blood. My point of this entire rant, it's just if you're in this middle range, this is the middle range. This is what I'm talking about. This is the middle range of decision making. Stick with your own gut and don't listen to all the other mofos out there trying to push you into directions that you don't want to go to. Shuck was comedically safe middle ground in this fantasy soap opera that I ran, and he ended up being the top scorer by 0.08 points. So DK was right. Any comments to say on this situation, Rip? Because you were involved. You wanted me to get Shedeur Sanders in that starting lineup.
As you know, in fantasy football, you can't look back. You can only look forward. And my only reaction to that is there are 2 weeks left before the playoffs. You're currently sitting in dead last place, DK. Tiebreaker, you're 7 points behind, second to last. And as you know, in our league, last place comes with you owe an additional amount of money for finishing last. So you're competing with a guy who I don't think has checked his team in 8 weeks, and you're somehow below him. So my only reaction to that is look forward. You got 2 weeks left. Study hard, make more decisions, make right decisions, and don't finish in last. You will wear it forever. Do not finish in last. That's the motivation for you.
Thank you, Rip. It's all bad luck, though. This is all bad luck. This is not a Brooklyn Nets situation. This is a no tank zone. I come to win every week. Where I don't come to win is my fanship with the Arizona Cardinals and the Arizona Cardinals Sad Boys clubs. It rolls on. The Cardinals lost a 27-24 overtime heartbreaker to the Jaguars in Week 12. It was a battle of shit coaching. Cohen is just the dumbest guy. That fourth down play where you just needed a couple yards and you're thrown into the end zone is just nuts. It was a battle of just incompetent coaching from the get-go. But as vice president and founding member of the Arizona Sad Boys Club, it was basically this was our Super Bowl of suffering. And we had a little bit of hope in this one. Chaos and then some opportunity. So this Sad Boys Club leadership, this meeting started when we kicked off into what became a disaster pretty quickly. Early, the defense showed some flash, Rip. 4 turnovers, a pretty sick fumble return touchdown by Walter Nolan, who I really like. I think he's really good. I just don't know why we suck so bad. But just a great start on the defensive side. But just couldn't cash that check from those dubs defensively. Brissett threw for 300 some odd yards, but then also left us hanging so big time, especially with some clown ass incompletions on fourth down and in overtime, where he did his thing again, where he just puts his head down and kind of just throws. And I understand there's a lot of pressure, but it's not clutch at all. Jameis Winston would have made it happen. Missed kicks, dumb penalties, a failure to finish drives. I'm saying the same things over and over every single week. But as an official Arizona Sad Boys Club member and recap, we did an incredible effort, best effort that I've seen in a while. Quick flashes of real talent, like Walter Nolan making that play, great hands coming off the block to make that pick. Staying in a game at least till overtime was pretty on brand. And then taking a really hard, tremendously painful loss. So come join us. Membership renewals are still open, I guess, if we're going to keep talking about it. Group therapy meets here at the One Star Recruits weekly after every loss. We're here. Come suffer with us. There's nothing to look forward to anymore. I'm going to keep picking out some little things that I like here and there for you to keep doing this silly segment. But it's just not... It's still a situation where I'm not sure if Michael Wilson even likes football.
You're really going in on fantasy darling Michael Wilson. Are you mad because you didn't pick him up a couple weeks ago? There's a lot of problems with this team.
I hate him. He is a creative player. He looks like a creative player that could do everything, and he can do nothing. He is the antithesis of this team. It's just like a purgatory. Blah, blah. That's what he is. Blah. That's what this team is.
The bottom line is if we never mention Cardinals on this podcast in the last 365 days, we're basically in the same position that we are every year this time of year, is that we're battling for a top 5 draft pick, DK. I'm starting to wonder because people haven't talked about it much. Jonathan Gannon's in his 3rd year. He's now sitting with an overall record of 15-30 with the Cardinals. That's a .333 winning percentage. He got close last year, finished 8-9, but everybody knows that was kind of fraudulent. I'm wondering if Jonathan Gannon is back next year, but again, does it even matter? It doesn't matter. We can hire Lane Kiffin. We can hire anybody. 365 days from now, we're probably going to be in the same spot looking for another top 5 pick, man.
Sad, 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 sad boys for life. One win, guys, and this segment gets cut. I'm sorry, listeners. You have to continue listening to me do my song and dance. I'm saying the same things weekly, week in and week out. The main thing I want to hang on this one is just how bad the coaching was. And yeah, I'm over this dude. I'm over him. I'm over it. 1 star moments of the week. We all have them. We don't talk about them on this podcast. We do talk about them. Rep, what's your 1 star moment?
Oh man, it was a tough one this week, DK. We had an emergency dentist visit. All right, those are words you never want to hear in any scenario. Up at the in-laws for Thanksgiving, brothers got into it. We got a 7 and 9 year old boys. They're always going at each other. Man, one of them, the younger one, pushed the older one, pushed him into a piano. We hear screaming, crying. We come down, look at the front tooth. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth, DK. Diagonal chip in the front tooth, full tooth on the floor, diagonal chip, screaming, crying, panicking, screams of horrors from the aunts and grandmother. I feel like I was the calmest one after a while. It was like a 4 p.m. on a Sunday.
Mm.
So I said, find an emergency dentist. Let's go. Sure enough, we found one open somehow. Props to, I think it's called Optima Dental in the Oak Ridge Mall in San Jose. Somehow open at 6 p.m. on a Sunday. So went in, got it looked at, got him calmed down. Luckily, DK, luckily there was no nerve damage yet. These dentists are amazing. They did a filling in about an hour. Little pain involved for sure, but the tooth looks normal now. It's a half chipped tooth. It's not strong, but 1 star moment of the week, man. Just a rough experience. Probably our family's biggest emergency since having kids. I mean, maybe I take that back. We've been in the emergency room. We had some asthma attacks, but this was, you never want to see anything with teeth. Am I wrong?
Mm. All that sounds, yeah, on a Sunday at 4 too, trying just to turn down to turn back up for the week, and then it's chaos. Were lessons learned? Was love lost and then found again? Did brothers hug?
They were playing the next day. There were definitely some I hate yous and some tense moments, but like, we're trying to look forward. Like I said, this has been one of our biggest emergencies since we have kids. So we know it could be a lot worse. There's people in a lot worse situations out there, but man,
Good. The
those
I hate you. The I hate yous, man. Easy, guys. Easy,
hey,
guys.
it's having 2 boys so close in age. There's pluses and minuses, but we're trying to look forward and we're trying to look forward and have this thing mended down the line here.
All right. It's a good one. Could you have broken up the fight before? Anything that Daddy could have done to change the outcome of the Sunday evening ruiner?
There's a lot I could have done, but like I told you about fantasy football, I'm not looking back. I'm only looking forward,
No,
DK. That's it.
take some responsibility, Rip. Look up from your phone. Break up the kids. Break them up.
Let's just
One
say I
star.
was upstairs watching the Eagles Cowboys third quarter when it happened. So I did not need to be doing that, but like I said, I'm not looking back. No regrets.
Great comeback by the Cowboys. Good game. Good game to be watching. Locked in for the podcast. Watching tape like you should be. 1 star moment for me. I guess I'm officially a fireplace guy now. We're officially a fireplace family. We've lived in this house for this month will be a year. Actually, 11 months. It'll be 11 months, so just under a year. 2 fireplaces in this house. We've never used them. Uh, all it took was power to go out for 3 hours here for me to get on data on my cell phone, do a quick tutorial on YouTube to figure out how to do a fireplace in your house. That's how much I don't know how. I'm from Arizona. I don't know how to fireplace. I'm not a fireplace guy. Uh, but I guess I am. We fired that thing up for the first time. And honestly, Rip, it started off really great. The whole time it was really great, to be honest. It probably could even be my wreck of the week. It's great. But a few 1 star moments along the way in the fire. First lesson you have to do is open the damper all the way, not halfway. I was pretty sure that's enough. And there's levels to this thing: halfway, quarter way, full way. I definitely picked the wrong one. So the fire barely started. It took a long time to get it started, and I grabbed some paper. First, I grabbed like DK Jr.'s brown play paper from Amazon, like the paper that comes in Amazon packages. I thought that would be enough. Didn't even come close to getting it started. So I switched over to a full-on Wall Street Journal paper and used pretty much the entire thing, which is very one star. I think good fire starters can just use tinder and a couple toilet paper pieces perhaps. But I used the whole fucking thing. But I got it. I got it going. It did the trick, but it also turned my living room into like a little bit of a snow globe for a second with burning paper flakes because I didn't open the damper all the way. You know what I mean? So we got that thing going. It was beautiful. Logs started catching, cozy vibes everywhere. Felt like a pro. Kimmy was giving me compliments. We were like switching places. We were showing the baby it. Like life was good. I started throwing more logs on. We got to the situation in the fireplace where you could just put a log on top and would instantly just catch up and like do a nice mini fire. So I was really feeling like a pro right up until it was time to go to bed. And bedtime at my house is pretty quick because we're in still 4-month baby time. So we're going to bed at like 8:39. That's when I Googled how to shut down a fireplace and instantly realized I'm not going to bed and I was fucking in over my head. You can't just go to bed. Like you can't just let it fire go out and go to bed. Did you know this? Did you know that this Rip? You can't just like let it die out.
It depends how low it is, I think. I mean, technically, you're probably supposed to stay until the last coal's burnt out, but nobody does
Yeah.
that.
That's what this is. So you got to let the fire burn out, cool the embers down completely so you don't see any red embers, like do the whole thing. So I'm sitting there watching the embers for almost an hour. It takes trying to do it right. And then here's the finale. Apparently you're supposed to use sand or baking soda. Like the internet's scaring the shit out of me. It's not like you said. Like that was real calm how you just said, yeah, if it's cool, just like it should be cool. Like that was real nice. That felt nice. No, the internet's scaring the shit out of me, telling me I'm supposed to use sand or baking soda to smother the coals and the embers out completely. Guess what? I don't have either of those. So, like true 1 star rookie fashion, I went out front, grabbed some dirt, and it was wet because it rains here all the time. But I dumped it on there. Huge mistake. Turns out in the morning, I woke up this morning with just a complete not bloody, muddy ass mess in my fireplace. Ruined a pair of sweats. Just was sooty. A lot of paper flakes still going. A lot of lessons learned in fireplace number one. I'm gonna get better. I think I might do one even tonight. I have a little bit more wood. So huge learning week for your boy, fireplace family. I'm still in the minor leagues. I'll send some pictures. We'll put them on social media though. Fucking fires, dude. Amazing. Great heat. Wonderful ambiance. Just open the holiday season for us. So it was pretty 1 star. And I'm pretty 1 star human for not using a fireplace in a full year. But now that I think that I have it, lock it in, baby. You need a fire started? DK will get the fire. Yeah, hell yeah, I will get the fire started. I'm the fire starter.
Look at you learning new things in your 40s, man. That's what life's all about. Congratulations.
What's your comfortability level at doing a fireplace at like a house? Like if your mother-in-law's like, Rip, go ahead and start a fire for us. Where are you at in that?
She has a wood burning stove, and we get the Duraflames and light it up. So it's always a quick second with the gas stove where you light the coals from the gas lines and it kind of explodes real quick. So that's kind of scary. That's what we have in my house. But my mother-in-law is super easy. Her house is you just light the end of the Duraflame package and it gets going. It takes like 2 seconds,
Oh,
almost no
that's
risk
cheating. Yeah,
involved.
you're not a man. You're not a real man. You're not a real fire starter like your boy here. I'll teach you one of these days. 1 star recommendation of the week. It's Thanksgiving. I mentioned it earlier. Honey baked hams. Honey baked hams. It's one of my favorite holiday hacks. It's not even a hack. Everybody knows about honey baked hams. They're all over the place. For on Thanksgiving, people do hams for Christmas a lot. I like doing them on Thanksgiving. This year, it's just my little house, so we just grabbed a quarter honey baked ham, bone in, and honestly, it's just like delicious without any of the stress. So if you're scrambling the day before Thanksgiving and you don't have a good game plan yet, you might have to actually, it might be a little late in the game for honey baked ham. So they do get a bit busy, but go online, get yourself one. If you want to double down on that same outing for dessert, go to Nothing Bundt Cakes. I recommended that a couple weeks ago. You got yourself a holiday feast right there. Maybe some corn, maybe corn in a can at that point will be fine. Macaroni and cheese, frozen macaroni and cheese at Trader Joe's with this honey baked ham, you're still going to be fine. Nothing but cakes, you're really fine. Don't overthink it if you're in a tough place for Thanksgiving. I just gave you the roadmap right there. Taste wise, this ham is so good. It comes with a honey glaze. It caramelizes just right when you heat it up. So it's not sticky, gets a little crunch on it. You can reuse the ham the next day for ham and eggs. Phenomenal. Just no drama. So there you go. That's the rec. We're like easy Thanksgiving. No fuss, not a lot of mess. Actually enjoy the day watching some ball. Delicious, foolproof.
Mr. Chain Restaurant Thanksgiving here. That's what it sounds like up there in Portland. Mr. Chain
Little bit.
Restaurant.
Is that lame? Is that lame or is that efficient? Is that cool or is that lame?
Probably not healthy, but it sounds delicious.
It's delicious. It's delicious. We'll see. I'm headed down to the Bay Area for Christmas, most likely, even though you won't road trip there with me. So I'll be doing the full holiday experience there. Although I am kind of trying to stay home and watch the dogs. What do you think, Rip? 4-month-old baby, first Christmas. If he just went with mom and did the in-law things and I stayed with the dad, is that very faux pas? Is that incredibly faux pas? Like, this isn't a core memory at 4 months. Nobody's going to remember. This is more for the other adults there. And I'll just watch the dogs so I don't have to hire anybody. Is that ridiculous thought by me? Should I propose that to my wife?
I mean, it's cool if you want to be ostracized by the in-laws and probably get divorced pretty soon. But no, man, you got to go first year. Come on, you can't spend. Maybe when they're teenagers, you don't have to go. But first year, 100%, you have to stay in. You have to be all in. You have to figure out what to do with the dogs. Get your ass down there, man.
Is that a lot of people in my group are like, he's gonna stay with the dogs. It's fine, and that everybody, that's fine, that's fine. I can't be that guy. I can't be the stay with the dogs guy.
Maybe for like a mother-in-law's birthday or like maybe like an uncle's graduation, but not for your first Christmas, man. Not for the kid's first Christmas. You got to be down there. There's some core memories taking place for you, not for him, for you.
That's a good point. Yeah, maybe I could do it for a quinceanera or something, huh? All right. Good points, bro. Good points. What's your rec of the week?
Yeah, real quick, something probably nobody wants to hear is another email newsletter. So half the people listening to this pod don't even read email, DK. But as we know, I'm old school, and I got a good newsletter I get every day. It's from The Athletic. It's called The Athletic Pulse newsletter. It comes like 5 a.m. West Coast time, and it just recaps the previous day's sports. So sometimes they cover everything, man. F1, tennis, all this shit I don't watch, but a lot of NFL, MLB, NBA in there. And it's like a 5-minute read. It gives you everything from the day before. And I don't even have a subscription to The Athletic, but just seeing the headlines gives me a lot of material for this pod, a lot of knowledge, and easy, quick 5-minute read. Probably the number one newsletter in my inbox. And I get like 30 of them every day.
Free 50 or paid?
No, 100% free. You know I'm not. Who are you talking
Value
to?
guy. Yeah, you ain't paying for shit. Good one. Always looking for good sports newsletters. Actually, I'm not. I don't want that. I don't want any of that stuff cluttering up my inbox. I want none of that. I'm unsubscribing from all of those. But if you like that type of stuff, good one, Rip. Rips Reacts, hit the music. Billy Belichick has taken the North Carolina Tar Heels to a 4-7 start. Not good at all. Interestingly enough, he is getting some attention from multiple NFL teams looking for a head coach. Rip, how do you react about the potential of Belichick returning to the New York Giants as his top landing spot?
Stay away, stay far away is my advice to the Giants. I mean, you've been down that road. You know, you didn't get burned the first time like North Carolina is right now, but now you got a 24-year-old influencer running his life and coming along for the ride. So who wants that distraction? People talk about Shadur Sanders and Coach Prime. Who wants the distraction of Jordan Hudson anywhere? I can't see that guy getting another job in the NFL. He's going to be remembered for this failure at North Carolina too.
He's ruined his reputation one day at a time. I think the Giants might make this mistake, though. Stay tuned for the drama in New York City. Our guy Mermelstein in New York City. Stay tuned. Rip, let's give some advice to one-star guest, Trajan Langdon, a one-star alumni guy, Detroit Pistons general manager, currently on a 13-2 start. Let me say that again. Detroit Pistons currently 13-2. Amazing. Chemistry's coming together. Cade Cunningham is everything people thought that he would be. Reportedly interested in trading for the aging but talented Anthony Davis. Injury struggles, Luka trade. We all know the drama that he's been through. But for our guy Trajan, Rip, should he try to add Davis, or should we stick with this roster as we have it with this young rising team?
I think it depends. It depends on what you have to give up, because he and their front office has done a really good job stockpiling a lot of assets up there in Detroit. A lot of young assets. Our guy Asar Thompson's barely getting any minutes off the bench, but it depends what you trade for him, because AD can still be really effective, especially in the playoffs when he's healthy. But man, Jalen Duren, if you're taking minutes away from Jalen Duren, don't do it. But I think they could play alongside each other. So it just depends what they give up. If they don't give up much, go get them.
Number 2 team in the power rankings, the Detroit Pistons. Number 1 podcast in your heart. Thank you, Derrick Brooks. Thank you, University of South Florida. Thank you, one-star listeners. Rip, thank you for your friendship. I'm grateful for your friendship over the 30 years, and amazing that we have continued doing this podcast now going on 6 years, and much love to you and all that we've done together, man. Very thankful. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. See you next week.
Peace.